Maniga Pikachu Matawa, Unagi Sure Niyama Urita Sagari Duce Vido Taken the machine Ligavara Kisura, Miena, Jara, Nana, Sara, Tira, Tira, Pauna, Pena, Taina, Tara, Guira, Sana. Sauna Gera, Tuara, Lana, Chara, a day where Missy, Billy Pune Loda, the beautiful, people, the Savori, and Coloma, the piece of the Garia, the Colon Chowi, or the Duara, the Javi, Nalin, and all. Manero, take on the machine, Jagavi. Did it sell a video? Lungazi net Tuavido, Chilibo, Lolivadida.
Yesterday, Sayadawgyi spoke about the principle of only if one observes at the moment of arising will one see sabhava, or true nature. And the word arising can be replaced by seeing, at the moment of seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, bending, stretching, lifting, moving, placing, rising, falling, sitting, touching, starting from the very smallest actions such as blinking and opening and closing the eyes. This word arising encompasses everything that we can observe. And Sayadawgyi explained this principle in detail so that the yogis would understand. Today he needs to continue to explain about the practice.
Pika Shuma Zuma, Pistolezaga Chelema Solucia. Body Pilado, Savali. You did Nani Pilada. Who are you, Jaga Solucia? You did Nani, you did Pilada. No. Conducted not either. That is Pilada. A tongue like. Najida Tangani Lavida Bonia, take up Bonia, take that. Najida di Poloshi, the Wachajaria, the Apuntativo, Janet Trevido, Narama Tanasi, so do it, Kazavu Lady, Tara Shudo Yazgone. Yodia Nandiari, Yazobia, Popiatara. Trune, Treve, Cha, Yodia Nandiari, the Shini, Vadina. Dabumalu Shulu Yanni, how Yazobia, Piawa, Tishaya, Jalalishi, the Baune, Matizade, Harileve, Tidema, Alulu, Pado, Tishare how Diga Taru the Illusia. Tishare Hanet, 12 of Chinide, Matishare Haril, Lulu, Padara, Eda Yogi, Dinale Tau, Yichibara, Eda Dine, Kanda, Data, Punta Saravoli, Eda Lili, Sesabido, Tamashini Maunga.
Only if we observe at the moment of arising. So Sayadawgyi explained that this word arising can mean many things. What is it that is arising? Mind and matter, nama and rupa. That's all. At the moment of hearing, there's mind and matter and mind occurring together. There's the ear base, which has the capacity to receive sound, so it's called the receptor element. And there's the sound wave, which strikes the ear. It's called the striker element. And when sound strikes the ear base, then there's a spark. There's hearing consciousness. The knowing of the sound arises, and the mind and the sound meet. They contact each other in the ear. There's also feeling. And these are what are easy to observe, these things. Other elements are also involved in the moment of hearing, but these are what can be observed readily, and this is what the Buddha pointed out. There are other elements that are automatically involved in the time of hearing, but we give priority to observing what is obvious. And when we do this, when we observe what is obvious, what is evident, apparent, then those other elements which are not obvious, not easy to see, are automatically included. Today Sayadawgyi would like to continue to speak about these elements called the base or receptor, the striker, and the spark.
တည်တဲ့အရွယ်ကစပြီးတော့မိကျစ်တဲ့ရင်းနှီးတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေရှိတာကြီးနေမှာပါပဲ။ရံမိကျစ်မိကျစ်ရဲ့အစာမှာရံလေးတွေပေါ်လေအဲ့ဒါမှစုထားတာမိကျစ်အိမ်မှာလည်းပဲရံအရည်တွေတုတ်ထားတာပါလေမိလိုပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့မိကြီးအိမ်လေးကမိကြီးဆံလေးတစ်ခုယူပြီးတော့အိမ်မှာတုတ်ထားတဲ့ရံနဲ့ထိလိုက်တာခတ်လိုက်တာပဲရှေ့လည်းသူမိပွင့်လာတယ်မိကြီးအိမ်ရဲ့တောက်မှာတုတ်ထားတဲ့ဟာဒါအခန္ဓာဆိုပါတယ်ရိုးရိုးစက်ကူမှာရိုးရိုးပြင်းပြပေါ်မှာခတ်လို့သိမလွယ်ပါဘူးရံတုတ်ထားတဲ့အဲဒီတောက်လေးမှာခတ်မှမီးကပွင့်လို့ပါလားမီးရဆံမှာလည်းပဲခုနရောင်လေးပါလာတယ်သူကလာပြီးတော့တိုက်ခတ်တာပါလေမီးကြီးရအခန္ဓာမှာမီးရဆံမှာပါတဲ့ရောင်ကလာပြီးတော့တိုက်ခတ်တော့ရှဲရဲဆိုမီးလေးပွင့်လာတယ်အဲ့ဒါပွင့်တတ်ခေါ်ပါလေတော့အဲ့ပွင့်လာတဲ့မီးဟာမိကြီးအိမ်မှာရှိနေသလားဆိုတော့ဒီလိုတော့မရှိသေးဘူးမိကြီးဆံမှာလည်းပဲရှိနေလားဆိုတော့မရှိသေးဘူးသို့တော့မိဖြစ်ဖို့ရအတွက်တော့သူတို့တစ်ခုလုံးမှာပဲအကြောင်းလေးတွေရှိနေပါတယ်ဟာပါပဲအကြောင်းတိုက်ဆိုင်မှသူကသူဖြစ်လာတာပါလေရတယ်ထို့တူပဲကိုယ်တွေကတွားချောက်ကဖြစ်နေတဲ့ယုံနာတရားတွေဟာလည်းပဲအခန္ဓာအနေနဲ့တာဝန်ဆောင်ရတာရှိတယ်အတိတ်အနေနဲ့တာဝန်ဆောင်ရတာရှိတယ်အပုဒ္ဒအနေနဲ့တာဝန်ဆောင်ရတာရှိတယ်ဒါရသူအကြောင်းတိုက်ဆိုင်လို့ရှိရင်သူ့ဘာသာဖြစ်နေတဲ့တကယ်တဘာဝအစစ်တွေပါပဲတမန်တော်ရအဲ့ဒါဒီဥပမာလေးနဲ့ရှင်းပြီးတော့ကိုယ်ထဲမှာဖြစ်တဲ့ဟာလေးတွေအဲ့ဒါနှိုင်းရှင်းပြီးတော့နားလည်ထားဖို့လိုပါတယ်ယောဂီ
From the time we're quite young, most of us probably have used matches. And people may be familiar with matches that come in a box. So on the outside of the box, there's a strip where one can strike the match. The match there's a stick with a match head on it. And when you strike the match head on the strip that's on the box, there's a spark that occurs. So this spark that occurs is not, it's not there when the match box and the match are kept separately, but together when the match head strikes the strip on the matchbox, then the spark appears. So this spark is not in either the match head or in the strip that is on the box, but these are both ready when one is struck upon the other. These are both involved in creating the spark. And it's similar with the mind and matter that are in our beings. Within us, there's rupa and nama, mind and matter, matter and mind, which act as receptors. And there's also rupa and nama, which act as strikers, striker elements. And there's also those which act as the spark. They function as the spark. And when conditions are favorable, then these come into existence as base, striker, and spark. So the yogis should understand this analogy for understanding what happens in their bodies.
This upama nale thare pukkul ha aku phit khai shuma tabawa ti nai ni soda paw le. Ja khai shuma tabawa ti nai ni soda paw le. Ja de khai da mani ya khwe pya ke ba le. Na chi ja shi de so le kalong le ma. Eda la tamya atan lai ni tiya ni lekhanda be tu ba ro. Eda akhanda khora ba be. Atan lai ni la la bi da taikha paw da. Eda ataita kho ba le. Atan lai ni ya na ma lai taikha bi do paw ro tathat ne atan lai ni ja ni da ja ti da le. Ni kalong le ma na ne atan ne sou twai da le ji paw le. Da chwe de da le ne sou twai lo chi na thau lo kaung ne. Sou wa de da le la sou twai lo chi na thau lo ma kaung bu. Kaung khan sa mu de le shi ni da ba be do. Na de ya de ma so lo chi yin no. Edi tong myo ka a thin sha saung be. Edi tong myo ko be apun da lo kho ba le tu ko punt la da kha ya. Punt la so thwat la da wa sa ni da ba da. Eda le ko. Eda le patama so sa twai ani ne na le tha ko lo ba le. Ja de khai ta ma edi khanda daita punta ti paung sa bi do phit ni de so da paw le. Patama so tutta ani ne paw le. Na le tha ba le.
People who understand this analogy will understand that when we observe at the moment of arising, for example, when we observe at the moment of hearing, there is an ear base, within the ear a receptor that receives whatever sound waves strike it. And there are sound waves which come and strike the ear base, and moment by moment hearing occurs. Knowing of the sound and the mind and the sound, they meet, they contact each other in the ear. If the sound is a pleasant one, then it feels good. If the sound is an unpleasant one, then it doesn't feel good. The contact, knowing of the sound, contact, and feeling are nama or mental. These are are the most obvious mental factors involved in the moment of hearing, and it's referred to as the spark element. So we should understand this first of all in terms of the theory. In hearing, there are these three elements, the receptor or base element, the striker element, and the spark.
Any kind of data punania, Jani don't want to shower. Tatato Javi was in the road, Bobby Rock, or Tisharo. Majagi and Leve, Jubilo, Chilu Yavo. Jani do Kamachia, whatever. Damati, Uma, I wanted to let you. Going, I shall see it in Lucia. Shalatania, Razu Chitavo, Tedibo Messi Tavo, Lingless of Shitara, Lily of Chiva Shasi, Yamudia, Limpima Dwaji Shasi of Dem and Minhamahu, Malinia Lecho Dinia Shasi, Lily Mesravoli, Dayale Minhamahu. Shalley little Kamachia, whatever. Shalley little Gachira, Mimi Solucia, Ediniama, Maule, Popilo, Piotora, Pierre, a Linga, Mago, she let us let the volume of it. Lean at the Bawa, the Tigore, the Shachi, the Bawa. Limoli Letia, Kuili, Cocoli, Wawali, Sravoli, Elucia Letina. The Lea Tana Kona Penia Lindor Sravoli, Lindor at the ball, Limbo body, Terito Muria, the Mu Tilata. The new village solution or the Shasigo Tia Yota. The Soludaro Shasi Yaw teaching, Shasi Tabawa teaching, Lindum Chia, Daluva, Jani don't Chia, Jani do Shua, Jani do Shuma, Nazi Yogaluchi over Diani Jajani Rezo. Atanzi Yogaluchi, Jaya de Savoli. စိတ်စီရောက်သွားလို့ရှိရင်တရားနေပြီးကြားတိတိဖြစ်နေတယ်ဆိုတော့လေအတန်းနဲ့စိတ်နဲ့နားထဲမှာဆုံတွေ့နေတယ်ကြားလို့ကောင်းတယ်မကောင်းဘူးဆိုတာပေါ့လေအဲ့ဒီယုံနာတရားရဲ့တစ်ခုခုထင်ရှားရာကိုသိတော်တာကိုယ်ကရှက်စီကြည့်လို့ပေါ့တပည့်နဲ့ထဲတော့အကုန်လုံးမသိနိုင်ဘူးရှက်စီလည်းပဲစိတ်တစ်စိတ်ထဲကနေပြီးတော့ကိုယ်ကအလင်းကိုလည်းမသိနိုင်ဘူးလင်းရဌာနကိုလည်းမသိနိုင်ဘူးလင်းပုံလည်းမသိနိုင်ဘူးအဲ့ဒီသုံးမျိုးတွေကတစ်မျိုးမျိုးပဲသိနိုင်ပါတယ်
These three, the base, the striker, and the spark, are apparent when hearing happens. They're not apparent after hearing has already happened. They're not apparent before it happens. We're not able to see, to know the ear is the base, the sound is the striker, the hearing consciousness as the spark before these things happen. It can only be observed, these three can only be observed while hearing is happening. And an analogy for this is that if we want to see lightning in the sky, we have to look at the sky when the lightning flashes. And as it happens, if we're looking, then we'll see it. After it's already flashed, we can't see it anymore. And before it flashes, we also can't see it. We have to look at the sky when the lightning happens. And if we do that, we will see that the darkness is dispelled. Lightning functions to dispel the darkness. We will see where it flashes in the sky. And we will also see how it flashes. It may appear crooked, it may appear curved or like a hand. So when we see lightning flash, we will know one of these three things. And if we want to know about lightning, then we have to observe it while it is flashing. So it's similar when we observe at the moment of hearing. If we want to know the base, the striker, and the spark, we have to observe at the moment of hearing. And when we do, we will know one of three things. We'll either know where the hearing is happening. It happens at the ear. We'll know, or else we'll know that it's sound striking the ear. Or else we will know that if we're aware of the mind, we'll know the qualities of knowing the sound, the hearing consciousness, or the contact between the mind and the sound, or the feeling, good or bad. We'll know one of these three. We won't know all of them all at once. And similarly with lightning, when we observe lightning at the very moment it's flashing, we'll either know where it is flashing, or we'll know its function, its nature, that it dispels darkness, or we'll know its shape.
ကောင်းကင်မှာဆက်လက်နေတော့ကိုယ်တိုင်စိုက်ပြီးတော့ကြည့်ရင်ကိုယ်တိုင်မြင်နိုင်တယ်လို့ထို့အတူပဲကြားစိတ်ခဏမှာအဲ့ဒါလေးကိုအခုတတိပဋ္ဌာန်နည်းရစိုက်ကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်ဒီမှာစိုက်ထားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့ကိုကစိတ်ဟာတခြားတော့မပြေတော့ဒီမှာစိတ်ဆူဆီးမိနေတာပဲဒီမှာအဲ့ဒီခိုက်တာလေးစဉ်းစားလို့ရှိရင်စိတ်မှာလူချင်းနဲ့လောဘလည်းမပါဘူးစိတ်ကိစ္စဆိုမုန်းညို့တဲ့ဒေါသလည်းမပါဘူးစိတ်ကိုညီညွတ်အောင်ပြုလုပ်တတ်တဲ့တရားစုနှစ်ခုပေါ့လေဒီကြားစေကာလမှာပေါ့လေစိတ်ထားတဲ့စိတ်ကလေးမှာပေါ့လေအဲ့ဒါကြီးပါနေတာအဲ့ဒီစိတ်ကလေးကတရှင်းတဲ့စိတ်လေးဖြစ်နေတာပဲတော့အဲ့ဒါဘာဝနာစိတ်ခေါ်တာပဲဘာဝနာခေါ်တာပဲ
Just as if we focus on the sky at the moment the lightning flashes, we will see the lightning. So too, if we observe with the method of Satipatthana at the moment of hearing, we will know the hearing, and the mind will not go anywhere else. It will be collected. The mind will not have any greed, wanting. The mind will also not have any anger, hatred, forms of dosa. These two defiling qualities will be eliminated at the moment of hearing. The mind will be focused on the hearing. And this mind that is focused on the hearing and is clean is called the bhavana mind.
Kiro adi khaitama jare khaitama tisha nede khanda daita punda tumyo de ga boli tamyo ko ro tisha ya tamyo ko ro yau ya le naw pan ja ro ti to ta pa le ai lo aman de ti aung so bi ro ja dong ja se li ma boli apaung lai ani ne ja de lo shu ma ya ba le ai di le ma da khwe ji lai lo shiနာနဲ့ကြားရနာကြည်တတ်ကတခုနားထဲမှာဒီကြည်တတ်တဲ့အများကြီးပေါင်းစပ်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေတာကြားရတဲ့အတန်နားနဲ့ကြားရယုတ်ကနှစ်ဖြားတဲ့ယုတ်နှမျိုးထင်ရှားဆုံးယုတ်နှမျိုးကြားတွေ့ခံစားနာငါသုံးရအပွင့်တJati Dora နားထဲမှာအတန်နဲ့စိတ်နဲ့ဆုံစည်းတော့ကြားတွေ့တော့အတန်အလိုက်ကိုကြည့်ပြီးတော့ကောင်းမကောင်းခံစားတော့ထားပါတော့ကောင်းမကောင်းခံစားတော့ခံစားမှုပါရှိတော့ကပွင့်လာတဲ့အဲ့ဒါလေးတွေအပွင့်တအဲ့ဒါနံသဘောပါပဲမျက်စိမြင်ရုပ်ကနှစ်ဖြားမြင်ကြားတွေ့ခံဘာလို့ခုနနားနဲ့ကြားရရုပ်ကနှစ်ဖြားကြားတွေ့ခံစားနာငါသုံးဖြားတဲ့ကြားစဉ်တွေ့ရတဲ့နာနဲ့ရုပ်တရားတွေအဲ့ဒါဒီပါဠိဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒုက္ခစัจ जा လို့ခေါ်ပါတယ်ဆင်းရဲမှန်တရားတဲ့အဲဒီပေါင်းစပ်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်နေတဲ့ဆင်းရဲမှန်တရားတွေကိုသိကျင်လို့ရှိရင်စဉ်းစားမှုတွေဝင်ပြီးတော့ဒါကအတိုက်တအခန္ဓာပဲဒါအတိုက်တပဲဒါအပွင့်တာပဲဆိုတော့မလို့နဲ့တော့ခွဲကြည့်လို့မရဘူးအပေါင်းလိုက်ပဲကြားတယ်လို့ဒီလိုမှားရမှာပဲအပေါင်းလိုက်နေတယ်ကြားတယ်ဟုမှတ်ရှုသိရပါခုနရှက်စည်းလက်ဒုက္ခမှာတခုချင်းခွဲကြည့်လို့မရဘူးအပေါင်းလိုက်ကြည့်မှဒါမှမြင်တာပဲပေါင်းလိုက်ကြရတော့မှဖြစ်သွားတာရှက်လျာဌာနအလင်းရောင်လင်းပုံပေါ်လေးတခုသိတော်နိုင်တာပဲအဲဒီသုံးမျိုးတစ်ချိန်နဲ့ပေါင်းစပ်ပြီးတော့နေတာတခုသိတော်တယ်ဆိုရင်ဒါသိတယ်လို့ခေါ်ရတော့ပါပဲဒီတိုင်းပါပဲကြားတဲ့ခိုက်တာမှာပေါင်းစပ်တပေါင်းနဲ့ပေါ့လေကြားတယ်လို့မှတ်လို့ရှိရင်အတိညာမဖြစ်သေးသေးကြောင်တော့မှစိတ်ဟာတခြားတော့မလွန်းတော့ဒီမှာပဲစုစုစုဖြစ်နေတာ
At the moment of hearing, there's the base, the receptor, that is, the striker and the spark. And among these three, one of them, some one of these three will become evident to the yogi. The yogis come to know these three later. But to know, one has to observe the process of hearing as a whole, as hearing. The ear and sound, two parts are physical. The ear, that means the ear base, the receptor element, made up of many, many physical particles, and the sound, the striker element. The ear and the sound, two parts are physical. Hearing, contact, feeling, these are mind. The knowing of the sound, hearing consciousness, the contact between the mind and the sound, and the feeling, good or bad. These three are called the spark element. They're mental. So ear and sound, two parts are physical, hearing, contact, feeling, these are mind. In the hearing, the truth of suffering is found. If you want to know about these, don't let yourself think about whether it's the base, the striker, or the spark. You just have to note it as a whole thing, hearing. That's how we have to note and know it. Only if we observe it as a whole will we know the hearing process. Just as when we observe lightning at the time it flashes, we'll know the place where the lightning happened. Or we'll understand that it lights up the sky. We'll know its function. Or we'll know its manner of flashing, how it looks. We'll know one of these. In the hearing, it's like this. We know one of the three parts. Even before knowledge arises, when one notes hearing as it happens, the mind won't run anywhere else. It'll be collected.
လက်ကြီးမြန်မြန်ဖတ်ဖို့လည်းပဲလည်းကိုယ်လည်းပြင်ဆင်ထားတာရှိတယ်။ကြာကြာရေးပေါ့လေဖြစ်ဖြစ်လာလာနဲ့မှတ်နိုင်ဖို့ရအတွက်ပေါ့လေကြောင်းရဆိုင်တဲ့အဲ့ဒီကြောင်းရက a pin and singing a pit or Pinagam Pawu, Nyanza, Otanza Sita. A dear Pimuya or Jonia Sita, Titanza Tashina Sita. A Wuria Pare, a Pilkin Secretary, Takanap Sita. Jonia Sita, the leader to Makata, the deep Burma Sailor, Piano. Secretary di Jared di Azuma Catora, capito di Rovoli. E di Camino Seha Absevana Pianamici E di Pomagni, Biro Jadore E di Pomag capito di Rovoli, Jadore Era Taticore E di Tatia sei Niamu Luca Guetara Secretary Tatilia Cadwavi Soluci, say a Burma Mapiro, Oikubo Samari to the body, Pira Mapiana, Elgajaro Pianuna Lemsi, Bugana Lemsi. The Uria Tati Tamari, they are told you body, divided the correction to the Dhamma. Iraga Uria Matajin of the team Melushi. Say Susi Piero, Pico Puna Pianuna said to Pito DJ Tachina Secret to Tokyo. The Manema second Mount Chaucer, the second Mount Kujan Tomasoye. The Manema Lucy, the secret Tachina Secretaria, Jimon Chaucer. The Manema, the Jinja owner. The Manema Zoroche, Uria the Ditamari Pare, Tachina Secretary, a Jimon the Chitoria. Eria Kuni Voli, Susai Capital Shooter, Sandavoli Payavara. Jaja Jehua, Jada Kaida Machine, the Tiazune, Secretary Teo, Uezu Piravoli. Uezu Taro Seha. Kamabutet Sorale, Kamagobolam Yodo Tumia Precision and Lamshido, Yavarutet Lecanida. Tumia Taxation and Lamshido, without the Lecanida. Tanshene teacher Lady, Italy Panida, Iraga Sandavo. Your Diamante Soluci, Pona, a deep Nia Soluci, Uria the Titumari Payame. Sandavoya Soluci, Polare, I will assume it in a day of Uzupia. Polare, I will name her body, edit the body, a mere Paniboya, Yogi Matao Shiva.
To observe hearing, as soon as hearing arises, one has to be prepared. One has to make a concerted effort. And this effort is the opposite of laziness. Laziness is a very base and low quality. And the mind with energy, the mind that is ready to observe, is a high-level mind. So when the mind that has energy, virya, arises, then sati sticks to this process of hearing, the group of things that are involved in the moment of hearing. And sati sticks to this, is established on the hearing. And at that time the mind doesn't run anywhere. It's calm and collected. And this is sati. Sati protects the mind so that defilements don't enter into the mind. And when this happens, then the mind stays right there. It said, and this is concentration or samadhi. It said, avikepo samadhi. When there is samadhi, there's no restlessness, There's no remorse or worry. And at this time, there are three factors involved: virya or effort, sati or mindfulness, samadhi and concentration. If we weren't to apply energy, and therefore sati wouldn't arise and the collected mind would become dispersed, scattered, and then turn to kilesas. Because we are applying effort, which brings sati and samadhi, the mind is instead calm and collected. This calm, collected mind is occurring. And if we make one noting every second, then in a minute, this clean mind, pure mind, is happening 60 times. But even if we only note every other second, still, if the mind that contains the factors of virya, effort, sati, mindfulness, and samadhi, concentration, occurs every other second, then there will be 30 times in a minute of this pure mind occurring. The mind also needs the help of the jhanic factor of aiming, so that the mind will meet the object accurately. And when that happens, there won't be any thinking about sense pleasures, kama vitaka. There won't be any anger, vyabhara vitaka. There won't be any thinking about angry things, and there won't be any wanting to harm others. So this factor of aiming that makes the mind meet the object accurately, aiming or vitaka, is a jhanic factor. With the method of Satipatthana, we need to have the factors of virya, sati and samadhi, effort, mindfulness and concentration, and we also need to aim so that the mind meets exactly with the object, so that it connects with the object accurately. The yogi's job is to make sure that these factors are always involved.
Guru Tajibda Bhavana Tia Shimate Pokoma Patamavai Purifying Asai Buriyaha Te Yechivare Bopolare Shuka Ayo Te Bopo Jemori Edisi Sikali Yauto Tonga Sakane Luapare Toa Mishi, Sekali Ali Miopo. Toa Yami Lucian Level Sekali Piva Miopo. Logi Vido Tumari Mialucian Lake Short 20 Tate. There are a lot of Liton Ashia. Editon Aha Polare Aruzi Shumate Sekali Tili Yauto Kiluya the boss or Naleta. Pira table yikibare, table jaro, chana surali, pavare, susu sexe, bilude the body. Bilude the bosoro, palido sorici, utedu covare, ute soraga, sue sura bole, sura soraga, chana, yue soraga, ute yet over. Puido, Nengia. The Marvel Tuki Tangazareka a Kando people yard a little over Asaya Asay Tetan and Yaba, Chenachia. Asay will change a little over. Not a little Yala, Asay will have Mambido, change the Lake. As I will change a Kando Takle TV so they share. Edema potato or Usa Rasula shit over it. Ediga Jalosi, Gazare Boguha. Mutual thought of it, Father, Netia, Piti, Nilu Henu, the Congo of Etama. That was the Lulu Shell of it. Edi upama lelo be. The polade ayo polong poseli ma poli. Edi ji. Shumate sei su le yaw twa aw ton a. Te aw lo chai a poli. Sei kale ga shukwat si le yaw twa bi te le te twa bi so lo shi yin. Edi ayo ne putte te le to phit twa da be. Titi mi phit twa da be. Edo ma nit thai mu soda phit la da be Dhamma. Tumi lou ne ya da mho bu. Asai bi to phit lo phit like the do ha thi bi to te te ji phan twa lo da pyo twa da be. Yau yin le di tai me. Po che edi ji matat sik le yaw twa aw ton a te aw lo chai a pho le. Eda a le ji le ya la bi so lo shi yin. Ji de ga emna aw we kaung le a pyo le de pho le chanda le de pho le ne lo thai lo kaung la le ya. A lo thwet la do da ba be. Edi ga ja ye taya pyo twa bi. Ma yo the ye pukkul do ama ma khang. Dhamma twe ma pho le tan pho tha bi do ma yo the ye yogi pukkul do ama ma khang. Thai lai kha le shwe lai pyen lai pyaung lai ho ji ji lai so yin no edi yogi do ama ma khang. Yo the se sat sat nyan do tan pho tha de yogi do ama khang na.
When the yogis are observing with Satipatthana, as the yogis are now, first of all, ardent effort is very important. To get the mind to reach every arising object as soon as it arises, we need to push the mind. We need to give it a push so that it will get to the object. We need to do this every second of the time. And if we don't apply energy, the mind won't get to the object. If the energy is weak, then the mind won't get there completely. If the effort we apply is excessive, too strong, then the mind will slip off the object. So we have to get the mind to the object, but we also need to have the mind focused properly. We need to use the quality of aiming, which is a jhanic factor. This helps us to get the mind to be, to have the right amount of effort. And this aiming is called in Pali vitaka. Sayadawgyi spoke about how he used to play marbles when he was a young boy. And he had to practice in order to get the hang of learning how to shoot the marble. He needed to learn how to apply effort and also how to aim properly. And he had to practice a lot. But when he did, his aim became accurate and he was able to hit the marble that he wanted to hit. And when his aim was accurate and his effort was just right, then he could hit the marble. And this type of contact of getting an accurate hit caused him to feel a lot of joy. People feel that when they see when they see that they've gotten an accurate hit. And when we practice also, the object arises and we have to push the mind with our effort to make it reach the object. But we also need to aim the mind so that we are accurate, so that the mind is correctly meeting the object. And when these factors are both there and both at the right level, the effort and the aiming, then the mind becomes concurrent with the object. It's as though it rubs against the object. And when the yogi experiences that, joy arises. So it happens because there's application of energy And with the aiming factor, one's observation is accurate and the mind connects exactly with the object, becomes concurrent with the object, and then joy arises. So when a yogi gains skill in noting, the joy and well-being that arise are amazingly strong. And yogis who are practicing according to the method know this. Those who don't practice respectfully, who don't value the power of observation that can be gained in one moment of observation, who don't value every individual moment, for yogis like that, who shift whenever they feel a little bit of pain, who look here and there, for them there's no guarantee that they will experience this. But for yogis who practice with respect for the practice, with care, and with continuity, it's guaranteed that they will experience this.
တရားရှိမှတ်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဟာဒီရွယ်ဆိုလူကြီးလူကောင်းတွေပဲလူကြောင့်လူကြီးလူကောင်းတွေကအဲ့ဒါလောက်ပါပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီငြိမ်ရင်းနဲ့နေတတ်ဖို့သိရည်ကြီးတယ်အထူးသဖြင့်အခုလိုတရားတွေအထုတ်ခွင့်ရလို့အထုတ်တဲ့နေရာရောက်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အများနဲ့သူနေတတ်ဖို့သိရည်ကြီးတယ်။ညာဘယ်လိုနေသလဲဒီရင်းနဲ့ထိုင်တယ်ဟိုကြည့်ကြည့်လည်းမကြည့်ဘူး။များများလူမှာကိုကဖောက်ပြီးတော့ဖြစ်တယ်လို့အပြင်းလို့နေတယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ဒီယောဂီရတော့အလုံးမယုံသေးဘူးဆိုတာပြပါတယ်အဲ့ဒါသတိထားကြပါဒီယောဂီတွေရှုကဲခတ်ကြည့်တယ်တရားတော့ဒီယောဂီတွေမယုံသေးဘူးဒီအလုပ်ကိုမြန်လို့တံပိုးထားတဲ့စိတ်မရှိဘူး
Meditators need to stay still. They need to behave like adults. And if one has come to a meditation retreat, a place of practice, one needs to do what one sees other people doing. And so this means that one needs to not look here and there. One needs to, one can see, if you look a little bit, you can see that other people are keeping still and are restraining themselves and not just moving impulsively the way we do normally when we're on the outside. If a yogi just moves around the way they would ordinarily move if they were in their ordinary daily life, then that's not appropriate for the meditation center.
ရှေ့တန်းစစ်ပွဲမှာစစ်ဝန်ထမ်းတွေဟာဆိုရင်စစ်ဘုရဲ့အမိန့်ကိုနာခံရပါတယ်တစ်ဖက်ရန်သူကတိုက်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဝှစ်ဆိုဝှစ်ပဲချိန်ဆိုချိန်ပဲပြစ်ဆိုပြစ်ပဲအမိန့်နာခံရပါတယ်အထူးသတိထားပါတယ်အထူးသတိမထားရတဲ့ကိုထင်းသလိုနေလို့ရှိရင်တော့တစ်ဖက်ကရန်သူပြစ်တဲ့ကြည်စံခဏလေးဖန်ပြီးတော့သေတာပဲရုံးရတဲ့ဒီတိုင်းပဲတကယ်အကျိုးရှိဖို့လိုလားပြီးတော့တိတိကျကျညွှန်ကြားတဲ့ဟာတွေကိုကရိုသေသေးမနာပဲနဲ့ဖြစ်တယ်လို့ပေါ့လေတော်တယ်လို့ပြင်လိုက်ရွှေ့လိုက်ကြောင်းလိုက်လုပ်နေလို့ရှိရင်တော့အဲ့ဒါဒီအလုပ်ကိုမယုံတရားရောက်တယ်ရှိဖို့ဆိုတာနားမထောင်တဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေဆိုရင်တစ်ဖက်ကပြလိုက်တဲ့ရန်သူလည်းနဲ့ခဏလေးထိတာပဲအဲ့လိုမလုပ်ကြပါနဲ့
When we're in battle facing the enemy, we have to listen to the officer's command. And when the officer says, get down, you have to do it. Aim, you've got to aim. Fire, you've got to fire. You have to listen to what the order is and do it. So if you don't, when you're in battle, you'll die by the enemy's bullet. So, similarly, if you don't listen to what is being said in the Dhamma talk for your benefit, that amounts to a lack of respect for the practice. And if one doesn't, we have to remember that if one does not follow the orders of the officer when we are in battle, then we will die very quickly from the enemy's bullets. So don't let that happen. When we live with other people, it's very important to be disciplined and to follow the rules. And if one just follows the rules in an ordinary way, one will get good results very quickly.
Yogi ma lengi amyape. Eri loba roga le kene tashine se le kitora ha. Era tutte de seibe.
Sayadawgyi is speaking so that the yogis will have respect for the practice. And when hearing, if one observes applying the necessary energies and the necessary mental energies, then even when one hears a sound that one likes, no greed or raga will arise. Even when one hears a sound that one doesn't like, there won't be any anger or frustration or distress. The fact that these don't arise is the benefit that the yogis get. This is how the yogis profit from the practice. The clean, pure mind is a mind that is being developed.
To chau ba be tho tu be nyin lengi ma ya ba le nakhaw na lo shin le nan nyin lengi ma ba le sa taw de kha ma le di tai me ko thi twi ye kha ma le di tai me thi chin ko chin sa chin pong chin lengi ma ya ba le sai ku po la lo shin le sai ku po chin sin sa ku po la le sin sa po chin lengi lu ma ya ba le era le na le tha ko yi chi ba le phat de kha ma ko na a sai pu ne yue su pu mye dan pa wu de yi chi ba le ne ko le be pin sin tha ba le pin sin mu ma shi be ne do a lo lo ma phit pa bu.
What Sayadawgyi has been speaking about now is about how, for the yogi who practices respectfully and observes hearing, as soon as hearing arises, Sayadawgyi has explained about how greed and anger do not arise in the mind. And also with seeing. When seeing happens, seeing must be observed right at the very moment. When there's smelling, eating, drinking, touching, bending, stretching, rising, when there's thinking or planning. As soon as thinking or planning any object arises, it has to be observed right on the spot. And when one observes, there need to be two factors: ardent energy and aiming. And for this to happen, we have to initially be ready to observe. Without our initial preparation, it won't happen.
ဒီတော့အခုလိုအထောက်ခွင့်ကြုံတဲ့အခါမှာယောဂီများစိတ်ရှိရှိထားပြီးတော့လေဆွေးရှိရှိနဲ့အခက်ခဲကြုံလို့ရှိရင်လည်းပဲခန္ဓာကိုယ်အလိုလိုက်ပြီးတော့ပြင်လိုက်ရွှေ့လိုက်ပြောင်းလိုက်ခဏခဏမလုပ်ဖဲနဲ့ပေါ့လေဆိုရှိရင်လည်းအတတ်နိုင်ဆုံးတိခဏစိတ်အပြည့်နဲ့အထုနိုင်ကြပါစေလို့ဆိုတာဒီလေးလေးနဲ့ယောဂီတွေကိုတောင်းပန်ပါတယ်ယောဂီတွေကိုတက်တွန်းပါတယ်တက်တွန်းတဲ့လှုပ်လို့ချင်ရင်ကိုယ်ကျိုးကတော့ရဲ့နဲ့နဲ့တွဲမယ်ထူးခြားလာမှာပါပဲပြီးတော့အလုပ်ကိုယူတည်ကြပါသိရေးကြည့်ပါလေဒီနေ့ကတော့တဏှာကြီးပြည့်သွားတာမဟုတ်လို့ဒါတော့ပဲတော်ကြပါစို့နောက်နေ့ကျမှဒီကြာနာနာရှုမှတ်ပုံတွေပါလေဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့ပြောပါဦးမယ်
Now, when we have the opportunity to practice, the yogis should be patient and should be perseverant. One shouldn't switch their position often. So Sayadawgyi requests the yogis to please practice patiently. He urges you to please practice patiently. If you do, you will get a special benefit within a short period of time. Within just a few days, you'll see a distinct difference. Please respect the practice. And Sayadawgyi will speak tomorrow, because now the time is up. He will speak tomorrow about how to observe properly. That's all for today. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.